Hi Bulldogs. Welcome to the March edition of Schoology Art. I'm going to show you guys how to make a pot full of flowers. This is an example I did that I've already colored and everything. I was using crayons for this, to color this. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to start with the shape of the flower pot. And I'm just doing like a terracotta pot. So you don't want to have a lot of straight lines because you want it to look 3D. So I'm going to start with kind of a curve line here, curve line there, kind of about the same size and the same position. And then I want to curve this line. Okay. And if it doesn't line up exactly, you can fix it a little bit. And of course you're going to want to have that same curve below. And then your next few lines are going to be going down this way, and they're going to be inside that line a little bit because there's a little bit of a lip on those pots. And I'm actually not going to draw the other side until I'm finished drawing the flowers, and I'll explain why later. So I'm going to start with a lily. Okay, and I'm going to put several, spreading them all around. So the simple way I like to do a lily, I like to start with a U, and then I actually do an upside down U inside that U. And then I can kind of like connect this. Lilies generally only have a few petals. They're really big, maybe 4 or 5. So there's 3. Here's the one that's on the other side. Okay, give it a little texture line. And then lilies, they're a little bit different than other flowers. They have like a kind of a straight stem, and they have these really big leaves. And the lilies I have in my yard, they're kind of a light green color. Kind of like that example I showed. And I'm going to do another one with a slightly bigger flower. It's springtime just about. I'm starting to see mine, like I said, pop up in my yard. And I was inspired by lilies. This is always a good time of year to draw flowers. So that's why we're kind of focusing on flowers right now. So I'm going to do the same thing right here. And of course I'm going to have my large leaves. These are a lot different than regular flower leaves. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple of different ones. I'm going to throw a sunflower in there for fun. Let's draw my sunflower. I'm going to start with a circle middle. And sunflowers, you can actually see their seeds. Usually the seeds are black. Sometimes it's brown with black. The petals of a sunflower, they go all the way around it. You can sort of overlap them a little bit. The cool thing about sunflowers is they're not all just yellow. They're not all really big. They can be small. They can be really, really big. One time I grew a sunflower taller than me. Okay, now the stem of a sunflower is going to be a little different. It's going to be a slightly different green. I'm going to give it an extra layer. And the leaves of a sunflower, I'm not going to put a lot, but they're more like a traditional leaf, kind of like this. Depending on, the type of sunflower, really. Here's this leaf as well. Okay, now we're gonna do classic rose. So a rose, I'm doing one sort of starting to open up, so I'm gonna kind of do a wavy spiral line. Okay, there's lots of different stages of rose. There's closed, there's fully open, there's opening. This is kind of one of those in-between stages, opening. Then I'm gonna do sort of the base shape of the rose. Okay, and then of course a rose, you might see some layers of petals right here. And a rose is also thorny, right? So the leaves of a rose are pretty similar to the sunflower rose. My roses kind of they're a little bit pointier at the end. And of course you can actually draw the little thorns too if you want, all the way down. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a few more. You might be thinking, oh, he's running out of space. Well, I still have some space here. I'm gonna do I really like cone flowers. These, they kind of have a cone at the top. So I guess that's why they call them cone flowers, because they kind of look like that. And that's where the seeds are on top of this. And then the petals of the cone flower kind of droop down like this. And actually, they make medicine from these flowers. Echinacea, it's like a medicine that's supposed to help with your memory. those are made from coneflowers. So fun fact. And these are also native to Texas. So you've probably seen these. The most common ones, and I see right here I'm overlapping. This stem is going to go behind the leaf of the lily. And the most common color of coneflowers, and at least around here, is purple. But I think they come in white, maybe even blue as well. So I could have, you know, I might want to fill in some more. You don't want to overcrowd it with too much. Like I might be able to fit another one right here, maybe a few on the side. But let's just pretend that I'm done. I want to show you how to finish it off by drawing this kind of realistic lip right here. We're going to do a little more overlapping, which is where, like, basically you kind of draw an imaginary line through the things you don't actually want to draw a line through. So I'm going to actually draw the line here, and then I kind of stop and just continue it in my imagination, continue it. And you might accidentally get on the actual, I'm going to start going this way because I might be kind of cutting it too short there. So I'm going to go this way and try to meet in the middle. Maybe I'll adjust that one a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to adjust that one a little bit just to kind of meet in the middle a little bit. And again, I can kind of go back and fill it in, fix any little mistakes where it goes off a little bit. But that's kind of how you fill in the actual other side to kind of give it that 3D look. For this, I was adding a little shade on the leaves of my lilies because depending, let's say the light source is over here, you know, there'd be lighter areas over here. It might be yellow and whiter on that side, and it might be darker on the other side. Same thing with the pot here. So I was just using crayons for this.